Kept you waiting, huh? Sorry I'm late. Things, all kinds of stuff, nothing bad. But I had an idea kind of come to me, and I've been having way too much fun brainstorming over it. It's how to integrate all these different kinds of fantasy creatures into the modern day and age in ways that just kind of make sense and fit for them overall. Let's get into it. Hello everyone, and welcome back down here to the Gamer's Den with me, your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire, here to bring you another quick tips for DMs episode, kind of going more into the world building thing. We are going to be looking at integrating fantasy creatures into the modern day and age. As been thinking about D20 modern stuff again, and just, modern has all of these different fantasy creatures that pop up in it and are used in very interesting ways. Lots of neat stuff coming up. The Corsone Syndicate and the Cousin Brothers in particular come to mind, but there's still just so many things that can and have been done, but there's so much more yet to be played around with. But before we get into all of that, if you're new here to the channel, go on down there, hit the subscribe button, and become a regular member here at the Gamer's Den. Or if you've already gone on ahead and listed yourself on such an incredible roster of legendary heroes, then go on down to hit the like button and share the video far and wide. So today, I wanted to kick this off by talking about Minotaur. Minotaur are fantastic, large, powerful, strong head of a bull, able to navigate any maze-like structure or spell successfully without ever becoming trapped. They just automatically save against those kinds of effects, and they can create their own maze effects as well. These are incredible creatures, and depending on the depiction, the rule set, they're a little bit lower on the intelligence score, up to moderately comparable to a human kind of rating as far as intelligence goes. So this is absolutely a creature that can function in the modern day and age. They have the intelligence and the smarts to do so. Interestingly enough, they could never really get lost in a city. They'd be able to navigate their way around and find their way in or out of it. Per these effects, especially when you consider so many cities are described as maze-like or so massive and sprawling. How do you find your way around everywhere? True, maybe they don't know the exact location of specific shops and the like, but man, they would work out pretty well in just such a location, especially, once they learn maybe some of the more particular minutiae of the layouts. They could really get around the city easily. But more than that, though, something kind of hit me. Casinos are designed to be maze-like. They loop around. They make sure that customers are funneled back to the slot machines, to the tables, to rolling dice, all of these different things, back to where they can get free well drinks. You know who wouldn't get lost in there? Minotaur. Minotaur would make fantastic casino security. Incredibly tough, incredibly durable, intelligent enough, and they'd be able to get through there. And if anybody did try to do anything so foolish as to try to rob the place, well, they can generate a maze-like effect, and really, all that would happen is people who get lost in the confusion can go, well, it was all so confusing and terrifying. It was horrible. We got lost. We couldn't find our way out. It's just an absolute bit of panic. We were just utter panic and chaos, and that makes sense. That makes sense. The place is being robbed. Adrenaline's high, the panic is high, and there's big, burly security guards just thundering through the place, tackling people. And also, not only that, but because they can't get lost, in event of a fire or some other dangerous hazard befalling the building, they could escort people out really easily. Like, they work really well in this specific setting. I mean, in theory, they could also make good tour guides as well, especially for any cities with confusing layouts, once they, again, learn the minutiae of the different places. But Minotaur could work out really well in a lot of ways in a lot of different roles. So it's just a matter of kind of thinking about it a little bit and putting two and two together. And for me, it was just kind of an aha, eureka kind of moment. And it's just kind of set me on this path of thinking about all the different other fantasy creatures that how they could fit in and be set to mesh together really well. But what do you think? Go on down to the comments below and let me know your thoughts. Did you like today's video? Did you dislike it? Have I just totally missed the mark? Have I lost you and left you behind and you've decided, to hell with this? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments down below and I'll engage in discussion with you. And remember, if you're new here to the channel, go on down there, hit the subscribe button, and become a regular member here at the Gamers Den. But with all that said, I've been your host, Jordan, your master of lore and storyteller extraordinaire. Thank you all so very much for your time, and you all have yourselves a good night.